Come On Music. When the Beatles broke up in 1970, it was like a huge earthquake in the music world for many years. Fans wondered what really made the most famous band in the world split up. Many people thought it was because of Yoko Ono. For years, she was treated like the bad guy. People said she came between John Lennon and the other guys in the band. But now, at age 82, Paul McCartney has finally talked about what many people thought all along. It wasn't just Yoko. When the Beatles were super popular in the 1960s, John, Paul, George, and Ringo seemed perfect together. But behind closed doors, things were getting tough. They started fighting about music, had personal problems, and wanted different things. These issues slowly started breaking the band apart. John Lennon's close friendship with Yoko Ono brought something new that was hard to ignore. She wasn't just hanging around, she was helping Lennon with his music, often in the recording studio. Even when they were making songs, Paul said it felt like someone was butting in at the time, calling it getting in the way at work. But in newer interviews, including his podcast, McCartney, A Life in Lyrics, Paul has said things in a different way. He said that John and Yoko's friendship was really strong, and while it changed how the group worked together, it wasn't fair to blame Ono by herself. He understood that if John wanted Yoko with him, the rest of the band had to be okay with that. For years, McCartney didn't talk about the real reason for the breakup. He even let newspapers say he was the one who left the group, but actually, Lennon had already said he wanted to quit before. Paul told everyone that staying quiet really bothered him. Paul later said that the band was already having big problems with or without Yoko being there. Ono herself once said being blamed for the Beatles' breakup felt like being blamed for something really bad she didn't do. And looking back, McCartney thinks she's right. In interviews over the years, he said that the group was falling apart for many reasons. Yoko just became the person everyone pointed their finger at. He now calls Key, John, and Yoko a great couple, and even thinks they were strong as a team. So what did cause the breakup? According to Paul, it was like a big mess of different problems. They were fighting more about their music. Lennon was trying weird new music styles with Yoko's help, while McCartney liked making pretty pop songs. Their songwriting partnership, that used to work great, was becoming more like a big argument. George Harrison also felt left out. His songwriting had gotten much better, making great songs like Here Comes the Sun and Something, but he often felt pushed aside when Lennon and McCartney were in charge of recording sessions. One time, Harrison even walked out of the studio because he was frustrated and felt unimportant. Then came money problems after their long time. Manager Brian Epstein died in 1967. The band lost a person who kept them together. McCartney fought with new manager Alan Klein's way of handling the band's money led to angry court fights. Paul ended up suing to break up the band, something he did not because he was mean, but because he had to. During the time after McCartney went away to Scotland, he became very sad, wondering about his future and drinking too much alcohol. It was Linda, his wife, who helped him feel better, encouraging him to start making music again. That sad time helped him start his next chapter, his solo career, and making a new band called Wings. Even with success after the Beatles, the memory of the band stayed with him. McCartney has often thought back to those years, trying to feel better about what happened over time. He started to see the breakup not as someone being mean, but as a normal change for strong people, each wanting to go different ways. It was going to happen anyway. The end of the Beatles wasn't about one person. It was about growing up, changing, and dealing with being famous. The pressure was really hard. They stopped doing concerts, spent way too many hours in the studio, and the fun that used to help them make music started to go away. In the end, Paul McCartney's thoughts help us understand the Beatles split was going to happen no matter what, and Yoko Ono wasn't the bad person she was made out to be. Instead, it was like a big storm of personal and work problems that ended an amazing time in music.